Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Chilling Adventures Present Weirder Mysteries #1. This is a book from Archie Comics, from the Archie horror line. I don't normally review Archie Comics books, so this was a really neat surprise. I do love their horror stuff, so this is kind of what drew me into it, and I just wanted to check it out. Also, after seeing some of the names on this book, I knew it was going to be a lot of fun. So let's check out the creative team. We'll do a quick oversight. This is an anthology. It is a one and done with 3 different stories. So let's check that out real quick. So in the first story, Betty Cooper, Alien Hunter, we have story by Frank Thierry with art by Federico Sabatini, colors by Matt Herms, and letters by Jack Morelli. We also have Bingo Working Day by Ron Robbins and Juan Bobbio. And finally, A Wrinkle in Time by Joanne Sterer and Ryan Jampo. So it looks like all the coloring is done by Matt Herms and Jack Morelli on the letters for all 3 stories. So yeah, this was a lot of fun. So let me give you the synopsis of the book per Archie Comics. Riverdale is known to be a hotbed of strange happenings and paranormal activity, as always has been and always will be. If you don't believe me, just watch that Riverdale show now. Take a look at a few extra special cases that are open that highlight the weird occurrences that happen in the small, quiet town in a one-shot anthology that's equal parts X-Files and Black Mirror. Yeah, I definitely felt like both of those things. I really enjoyed this. A little bit of early horror before we get to Halloween season, right? Although some of you may already be on Halloween mode. So let's check out some art. First story here, Betty Cooper, Alien Hunter. Which I love that Betty Cooper is just the monster hunter in the Archie universe. I think that's hilarious, and I love that. It's really neat. So she's walking around with Archie. They find this spacecraft that crashed, and then from there shenanigans ensue. So really fun. On the next story, we have Bingo Walking Day, which feels a little bit like it reminds me almost of the Halloween 3 with the whole, like an evil signal coming from the TV. There's a little bit of that. So, all the devices. Definitely, this is probably the last 2 stories are a little bit more Black Mirror than X-Files, but really fun. And it all kind of happens at Pop's shop, which is really interesting because you see Pop in the first story and he looks nothing like the artist draws him in this story. So that was very interesting, how each artist has a different interpretation of the same characters. And last but not least, we have A Wrinkle in Time, starring Josie and the Pussycats and the gang that follows them around. This Alexandra seems to be a little bit jealous of Josie and the Pussycats and all the success, and she kind of gets trapped in a loop because of that. So this was really interesting as well. I really enjoyed all 3 stories, and like I said, even if you're not familiar with the Archie universe, you can still just go into these stories. I think you get more out of it if you're familiar with the Archie. I was not, especially Alexandra and Josie and the Pussycats at the end. I'm not as familiar with them as the other characters that are in the other stories. So, but it was still really fun to read. It really cool, and I think it may have my favorite art aesthetic from the 3 stories, only because it is set in the future and it's really fun. And big fan of Josie and the Pussycats all the way back from the movie from the early 2000s, maybe late 90s. So there's some really cool variants as well, homages to some stuff, including Scooby-Doo and the gang. So make sure to check that out. Let us know which variant you picked up. And as always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned because we have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. And as always, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.